Welcome in, everybody. How are you all doing today? My name is Vertu Honigan, and I'm here to help you all out that are struggling with one of my all-time favorite Kingdom Hearts games, Chain of Memories. So, let's get right on to it. Alright, y'all, I know this is a very difficult game for a lot of people because it mixes action combat with card game combat, and that can be very difficult. And I am a huge fan of card games, love action combat games, so this is a great mix for me, and that's why I like it so much. So I really want to help y'all out. I know there's a lot of difficulties with deck building, just when do I use my slates? Is it okay to do my triangle button? Because if I use my triangle button too much, I run out of cards in my deck and now I can't attack. That does happen. But I can help you manage that a little bit more, maybe with some tips, advice, tricks, some of the things that I personally do. Uh, One of the things I like to recommend is that you have two different decks. Your first deck is going to be your world deck. This is the deck that you use just while you're traversing the world, fighting enemies, doing whatever, right? That kind of deck has different rules than a boss deck. So your world deck, you want to focus on AoE slates, or even just making sure that your numbers are always higher than 9, because there's not a single heartless in the game that will do an attack that is higher than 9. So you are guaranteed, no matter what, to never get your cards broke, you're always going to succeed your attacks, and you're just going to be killing everything. Deck 2 is going to be your boss deck. This is where you want to utilize your zeros. You don't want zeros in your normal deck. Your arena stage deck, because zeros get card broken very easily. They're not going to be that useful against just normal heartless. Now against bosses, they're great for countering ultimate attacks. The moment the boss starts their ultimate attack, you just play a zero, it's gone. So there's some differences, and plus you don't want a lot of AoE, lots of time attacks and bosses, because they're going to play high number cards that are going to cancel your attacks as well. And they also have zero cards that will cancel your attacks. So that's why I recommend using two different decks, one as your boss, one as your arena, stage deck. I'm going to show an example of this. I just started this brand new. I've 100%ed this game quite a few times. Absolutely love it. Let's show an example of a very early game deck build. I am so sorry. We're going to change that later. Anyways, we're going to take the deck that they built, because I don't believe the game designers are that great at building a deck in this game, and we're just going to remove everything. Alright, so first thing to recommend, when you're doing your just regular world deck, you want to build combos that are at least 10 or higher. Now, you do start out, if you go for your slates, which I highly recommend doing the slate level up immediately every single time. There is a limit, so if you play the game and you get to max level, you will 100% every stat. Guaranteed. There is no there is a cap on HP, there's a cap on CP, there's a cap on slates. So there is no there's really no choice. So I recommend going for your slates first, because that's where you get all of your OP abilities. You do start out with sliding dash if you chose to get your slate, which is a combo of 3 Keyblades, 10 to 15. So what that means is, if you do a combo let's say 1, 2, 7, that's a 10. You're guaranteed to do a sliding dash. Now, this is great for ground enemies, but if you're fighting a lot of aerial enemies, it's not going to be that great. I definitely recommend it in Alice in Wonderland's world, because they have the flowers that don't move, and it's a line attack, so you can line up multiple flowers in one attack and just whoop and do a lot of damage. I also recommend, when you're setting up combos and your triangle buttons, always start with the lower numbers first, do 2 lower numbers followed by a high number. This will guarantee that when you go through your entire deck, you're gonna so let's just do, oops, that's not what I meant to do. Anyways, it's been a minute since I played this game, bear with me. So I always recommend at least doing something similar to this, right? So what will happen when you use this deck? We'll go ahead and we'll just show it after we do this. Let's do that. That's gonna be 13. That's fine. we're gonna take this, this, and this. Honestly, let's do this. Oops. We're gonna put this here, and we're gonna put you, you, and you. I kind of, oh, right. Like this. Okay, so what this does, this reloads all of your attack cards. So when you start a battle, you're going to start with this card first, and it's going to follow in this order for your entire deck, right? So if you're doing a boss, I recommend putting zeros at the end of the deck, so that as you're playing through your deck, when the boss goes to start an ultimate, you just press your L1 button twice, and you're immediately at one of your zeros, no matter where you're at in your deck. Like, no matter how far you've gotten through your deck, your zeros are always at the end, so you always have quick access to those. But it's going to go left to right. So it's going to go 1, 2, 7. So when we use them, we're going to use it 1, 2, 7, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 6, 0, 5, 5. So when we reload our deck, all of these ones are going to disappear, right? So what that means is it's now going to be 2, 7, 3, 4, 3, or sorry, 4, 4, 6, 5, 5, 6, for example. So you could also, if you really wanted to, you could alternate this to here, so that when you use through it, you'll go 1, 2, 3, and then you'll go 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. I just like to do it so that you get your low numbers, bang, bang, bang. You are only losing low numbers, you're not losing your high numbers, and it just kind of makes your flow a little bit better when it comes to combat. So let's do a show and tell. Whee! So when we get into battle, we know we have sliding dash, so we're just going to use that, and then we're going to combo, then we're going to just sliding dash. See, sliding dash is not as good against aerials, but it's okay because we have a blizzard right there, and it's not going to do anything. Also, if you have a friend, always use your friend, even if they're useless. So fighting those is a little bit harder with sliding dash. It's the only downside to sliding dash. That's why I don't really like the slate too much. But it can be decent like that. But then from there, you just want to jump and do your attacks. Low in health, we can just heal. Whee! Oh, wait, hold on. Let's get that XP, because why not? Oops. Ah! If you press L1, R1, you can use only 2 instead of 3. Just in case anybody didn't know that. Ow. Honestly, the start of the game is kind of the hardest part, only because of these flying heartless. And don't forget, you can still dodge. This is definitely an action game at its core. Please go away. Or maybe not. Yeah. Whatever. It's a lot easier with your friends. We'll raise CP because when we get cards, it'll make things a lot easier for us, especially having more cards. And I don't like the way we did the deck, so we're actually gonna fix this part here. Huh? That's one way to sort it, I guess. How do you organize it? Ah, there we go. Okay. So, I'm not a fan of sliding dash. We're going to remove all these because sliding dash is actually hurting us more than helping us right now. And we just want to do a regular combo. So what we're going to do, we're going to force sliding dash to not work, right? So we'll take our 0, our 7, And we want a big finisher, right? So we need to be over 15. This is 13. We can't go over 15. So what we're going to do, we're going to go under 15. This is the beginning of the game, right? They're not going to have a combo that goes over 6. So doing a 8 should be fine. And we're going to go 2, 4. Let's do a 9. And then here we're going to go 3, 6. Let's put... Whoa, that's awkward. Why is it doing that? I kind of want it this way. We'll put the 1 there. Bruh. Deck editing is weird. Anyways, we don't want to be above 9. So if we go 0, let's do a 3 and a 6. And then we'll go 1, 7. See, the 7 is kind of bad. So let's remove the 7. Let's go 5 and 2. It's a 9, and then we'll go 2, 4, 3. It's also a 9, and then we're going to go 4, 7, and Blizzard. And then from here, we're going to put this and this. So this is actually a much better way to avoid sliding dash and do constant combos and heal. So let's show this better because sliding dash... Oh? Wait. Oops, we did that to deck 3. Whatever, it's fine. Here I am, I'm like Kingdom Hearts Master and I'm messing up my deck building. My bad. Whee! Whee! Okay, so now, at this point, we're just going to be comboing without care. Doesn't matter what the Heartless is, we are pretty much guaranteed to hit. L1, R1, heal. Oops. Wait, let's take that off. There. A much, much better flow of the battle just by changing the deck around. I could say I planned it and said I was just trying to show you all, but no. I forgot these Red Heartless plus combos hard. Like sliding dash is not good against those at all. You see, just doing regular combos if they're sleeping or if they're stunted is better. But then if you just go into these, you can just easily button mash your triangle button, land your finishers, and you're guaranteed to win. Oops. Hit my table. Why are we in the air? Sliding dash. And now at this point, we're just gonna button mash our cards because we have nothing really low except for this 3, which we're gonna use. Donald's a free card, so if you ever get your friends, do not hesitate to use them immediately. They're literally just free cards. You have no loss to queue them up, so always queue your friends up. Always do the slate with them. If you can get Donald, Goofy, and a card, you're guaranteed the blah 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 blah. You are guaranteed to do a combo like a slate because I'll just show it. Bum bum ba-dum. Ba-dum bum ba-dum bum bum bum. Where do you go to see it again? Edit deck. Ah, right here, slates. So if you scroll all the way here to Wild Crush, right? If you get Goofy, Donald, and any attack card, you're guaranteed to do a pretty powerful follow-up combo, like slate combo attack. Magic, Donald times 2, Donald times 3, does a even stronger version. Goofy Tornado, and then Goofy Smash. Always pay attention to these because it's very useful, actually. Like, they are very useful to use. And just pay attention to what you need, what the combos. Some of them require different Keyblade, some of them require certain numbers. They're really powerful if you can pull them off. Very useful. And yeah, so essentially deck building is the main thing about this game. Like, it doesn't matter how well you play the game itself, it's all about how you build your deck. As you saw, if you build your deck kind of haphazardly or using all the wrong slates, it can lead to a very difficult battle. However, if you change your deck around, mix it up, you can turn that that difficult battle into a very easy flowing battle. I would like to show more when I get further into the game, more slates, more like an actual deck building, a boss deck version, all of that stuff, because some of that stuff, it can be very useful, especially in-game stuff. So that will all be on the next video. If y'all like this, want more content, please like and subscribe. Let me know what you would like to see in the future.